What's going down, everyone? And if you're tuning in, you're here for the news. And we're back at it with No Man's Sky and the rapid fire that Hello Games brings to the table when they release a good game patch. And I do say good game patch. After next, it's always been a good game patch, and they've continued to update. Now, in the latter end of the post, there's going to be a portion where you can select in the description the No Man's Sky physical patches, and if you want to go to the patch notes to read ahead, or what I'm more referring to is that you can log your bug report, which I'll point out later on to show you how easy it is to get their attention and try to have it fixed, because the latter end of like the patches that we'll get to, which is probably the end of like August, I would assume, maybe very beginning of like September, we're going to start seeing the slowdown of these. So it's like you're going to want to address the gameplay issues, if it be like the base building expansion is something collapsing, or you know, like a meteor smacking into like a planet and causing like flood, and it's like deep blue sea because there's sharks everywhere, and Morgan Freeman popped up out of nowhere as a narrative NPC walking around. I'd want to know about that. It'd be kind of cool, actually. I'd really want to watch that. That sounds like an epic freaking like NMS episode. Anyways, we're getting to the actual news. Let's go ahead, and as I got both of these pulled up, one of the bigger, more important portions is we are here. And how do we get the NMS update? Now, if you're on console for Xbox and or PlayStation, which I have the point of showcasing is, you can very quickly check for the update. Now, mine's already installed, but that's exactly what I do now every day when I wake up to do No Man's Sky, just to make sure, hey, there is a really cool update. I might as well check it. Now I can check the history, and bam. There we go. It's going to go ahead and detail us now. I'm going to check this real fast, though. I am curious. No, not yet. Not yet. But anyways, all hilarity aside, let's go ahead and get to where the actual notes are in our patches today. So, I'm also going to be able to detail PC. I found a really cool like layout just for people that are tailored to that in their patch note A versus the 2.8 we have here, which is in the Beyond No Man's Sky. So besides the interlude that they have right there, which you can definitely read if you want to go ahead and jump inside of there, which is pretty much the situation that they released on PC a few days ago that they're releasing here, and this is like the future and the present, so they've gotten to an A and a physical. So now we're reading the physical portion and not the experimental portion of the beta, I suppose, testing portion that they get to in like PC, which we'll take a peek at in the very end. In the very bottom, you can see right there, I would like to point out, like I mentioned earlier, is that the physical bug report, and I'll go ahead and bring this right there. But yes, this right here, what I'm looking at right here, that's gonna be the place you want to like log your report right here. But besides that, the fixed number of related multiplayer matching issues are finally being addressed, and like I've noticed that on the roster a few times now. Now, when I got this patch, it was 58 megabytes. I'm wondering what exactly they would have patched. That doesn't seem like that much. This just seems like a various code here and there in order to add stability on top of something, like a key to like fix things from like turmoil, which usually NMS is surrounded by sometimes. But they try. That's one of the things I'll give them. But fix the audio crashes with the quitting the initial screen. The fixed crashes is when quitting the game during the audio. So it seems like a lot of the audio work's finally starting to be like addressed, which is nice because I have noticed that a lot of weird like popping on like playbacks and stuff like that. Now fixed a rare issue. It's like a Pokemon Wild. Where the joining a full lobby would cause an incorrect player ID. That is super rare. You become, what do you become? Are you like Mew in like the very first Pokemon? Like you have to go to that island, and then you have to use a Game Shark, and then you have to use that one thing that doesn't exist, and then turn it into Mew, and then somehow that's why you get 151. Good old school trick. But besides the point of my up, down, down, left, right skills. The point that I'm getting at is that we have an issue that they've addressed with that rarity. Now, fixed an issue past that where the players joining a group can be taken in the wrong system. That's not too bad as a very portion of losing your player ID, but the portion of losing like your, I guess, solar system isn't that horrible. You know, it's definitely like something I would not be like tripping about too much at all. Now, for as far as the situation that we have in the portion past that, the networking and the gaming not appearing and joining in the game screen, so it's definitely a lot of matchmaking and audio issues inside of this little tiny patch, which would make sense. That would probably be your audio would be low megabyte patch into, but like I don't know about like the networking unless they changed a lot of stuff from their server. But fix an issue that caused the exosuit technology and the technician to have an incorrect interaction, so it's like you wouldn't be getting the right service there. Now fix the crashes when the initial bases in the index, and fixed all the rare instances for the space station when with the vendor. I don't know how true that would be, you know, if they fixed all those. And again, like I would definitely like to hear from you, the community of people that have played this game. Like, what do you think about this situation? You know, it's like, is this something that like you feel like it's being addressed in the game, or do you think that it's like something that you're like being like shoveled over to a whole bunch of new screens and you're just like, I'm still in the same spot? What's happening in the situation? Now, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and take what would be the interlude at this portion in time and then jump right back into patch note 2.08a. And this again is the more current one that's on PC. So if you're on the PC and you signed up for their beta patching point, this is what you're probably going to see tomorrow, which is going to be a huge, I would assume like maybe a half a gig, if not a gig, if anything to do with the GPU crashing. You're probably going to get a pretty hefty, I guess, update. So besides this, it's going to fix crushed issues that have caused an invalid custom data. Like, how does that even come out to like gameplay? Like, does it like seems like they're like just like it's like Ditto. I hate to keep referencing Pokemon, but the point being is this like there's a lot of weird stuff happening with assignment IDs, which means that they're having trouble with the multiplayer aspect of it being integrated into like what they have right now, which isn't bad, but I hope it's just weaning stages and not something that's gonna rip the universe apart. But past that, it fixed a rare crash that would occur on shutting down the games. I've never had that, at least yet, but now I'm glad that they have addressed it in the next one if I have that issue. Let's see here, fixed an issue where buying the technology upgrades and the nanites could also remove the quicksilver or units. That would be bad because those are like what you want to keep on to. Real rare nowadays. And then fix the rare crashes where the summoning the space anomaly, and then also on top of that the rare crashes and the matchmaking, which is still an issue, it seems like, even in the variant of A where they're addressing it in PC in its own format, because they can I guess host a lot more than what the physical portion which you can host inside of console. But the rare crashes were the viewing parts and the network bases have also been addressed. But what I'm more curious as we kind of scroll down this actually bigger list is the crash issues with the afflicting AMD GPUs when creating a pipe state on a frame buffering that has not been created yet. That is a very interesting standpoint. Like, I would want to know the people that are utilizing that application and how that would have came about, and like what they were trying to get from that application, which would be kind of cool. But you more than likely drop a comment down below if you're new to the network, or if you've been afflicted by this and you've been watching around with the network and all these patch notes that I've been keeping up on. But past that point, we have fixed a number of threadings and relating to the multiplayer match issues, which again probably goes into the redundancy that they've been kind of hinting at the whole portion. The audio crashes and the quitting stream, yeah, same thing. We've already covered that kind of like, and the crashes when quitting the games during the same thing again. Now, as we scroll down, I see a better one where there is, I guess, VR and the Linux, which they're addressing more of like the Linux-based users, which is nice for people out there playing NMS on Linux. And then fix a rare issue that you can't say rare all the damn time NMS and it still be rare. It's like it's, you know, uncommon at that point, you know what I mean? Not that rare though. But anyways, we're not discussing tartar here, we're talking issues, not cuisine, as the issues that we have been talking were joining a full lobby, and they created player ID. It seems like that was more widespread on PC than it was on any other console. But the fixed issue where the players joining the groups were taking the wrong solar system. And then again, let's see here, the networking gaming not appearing and joining. We've gotten that one. The exotic technician, that one I believe we've already covered. And then the crash caused by the invalid base index. That one I know we didn't. Maintaining forward progress in the shaders and the material load for the problematic CPUs, which I'm assuming would probably be new Ryzen technology, since a lot of that's having issues weaning its way into a lot of the games as developers are kind of like figuring out how things are running like with that. But besides that point, I'd be curious if you are having a CPU issue, what CPU do you have? And then the improved fallback out of the video memory and the low memory situations. Fixed a rare instance of falling through the space station. That's not rare, but it is funny. When interactions with vendors, like maybe just with the vendor things, but I've had that happen before. I've literally had the spaceship go through the damn thing. It's just, it was very common for me. Improved fallbacks of all the video memories in the low memory situation, and then fixed the rare instances of falling through space stations. The vendors, I can't help but laugh at that again. But the fixed crashes when the like ships portions of the pilots were basically being able to like interact and remove unexpectedly, and then the approved alignment of video memory and the allocation. And again, right where I'm hovering down below here is where like the physical notes are going to be for like anyone who wants to file a bug report for what's going down inside these patches. But everyone, if you are journeying this far into the network and you definitely have love for NMS play, you can watch me play and not get destroyed on some No Man's Sky as like I come down to the portion of like gameplay in 2.08, hopefully before they patch it, and these random cactuses won't, you know, obviously kill my gameplay, because I had to watch out for those cactuses. Can't turn your back, they're like weeping angels. But all subscription humor aside, as I get down to possible portions of where we can go in the network in the near future, as I expand my repertoire with pink chat, patch notes, and I guess video log travels, and then unboxings, all these other fun things. I really want to mod my like freaking 2080 Ti now, but I'm nerding out in the very end of this episode. But thank you everyone for spending your time. I appreciate that, and time is a valuable thing, and I appreciate everyone spending theirs here on the network. And I will see you guys and gals in the very near future. And until then, I bid you adieu. I'm gonna get ready for an actual physical live episode. Less days gone. Patch, and then my life is patchwork. Patching information around the world. It's fun. I had a really great NVIDIA patch. If you're into that kind of thing and overclocking, watch my overclocking video. It's really cool. And like the patchwork of the new driver, which is insane. Because if you have the NVIDIA driver and you have like the No Man's Sky, you want to make it run a lot better. All that. It's really great. The Core 3 6.02 is an amazing game ready driver. But everyone, I'm going to go ahead and say have a nice day, and I'll see you in the future.